Hey guys, welcome to this first ever Mad Kicks podcast. So today I'm gonna be presenting this overrated and underrated cars and sneakers with these guys here. So we have Ibrahim, which is the buying consignment expert at Mad Kicks. We have Barat, operation manager, and our supercar influencer.
Oh no.
Sergi here. You guys go check his profile. He's really good, and he's also part of the Supercar Blondie team.
Yep.
And I'm Leah, your host.
Appreciate
How you guys
it.
doing?
Awesome. All good.
Yeah?
All good?
Yeah, ready.
All right, okay. So as I said before, the topic today is going to be underrated and overrated cars and sneakers, which is a very
I'm ready for this.
interesting
Juicy
topic, right? I think,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys have a lot to say about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot to say,
I
not
can
enough
feel
time.
the energy
Especially
here.
Barat.
Well, I'm going to try and keep it short.
So I have a first question for you guys. So in the sneaker culture and car culture, both are quite connected because a lot of items and products from both industry has been doing scandals or a lot of, how can I say?
We have a lot of hype.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of hype and
around
news
it.
around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So according to you, what are the sneakers and the cars that get the most hype?
I would say collabs. Collaborations.
All right.
For sneakers, can't really relate it to cars, but I would say in terms of sneakers, the hype part of it would be for the collaborations. And there's always these weird shoes, like the big red boots, which we will get onto later.
Can't not
definitely.
mention those.
The Bape Stars, Barat's favorite. And yeah, there's a
Coach
lot
has
more.
to say that.
Has to say
He
it.
had to.
Hey,
He
wait,
definitely had
1
to.
minute in.
Yeah, those are ridiculous. But we're talking about like the most hyped or like the most overrated and stuff. Because
Let's talk about overrated first.
I mean, look, for like getting real, like the overrated.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's all the Balenciaga and Gucci
Oh,
shoes.
yeah.
And
Like
stuff
designer
that.
shoes.
That is ridiculous.
So like-
Designer
Right.
brands do not
Like
belong here.
designer
Yeah,
shoes.
That
That's
is insane. I mean, like half of these Balenciaga shoes, they look terrible. Like it looks like a social experiment, right? Like, and then they'll charge you like $1,000 for it. And a lot of these Gucci shoes, like, I don't know, man. To me, they kind of look like old man shoes. You know, it's like it ages you like 30 years, like the second you wear them. So they charge you crazy prices. Is it like worth it? I don't know. I'm not into them, but. You see it, like they just sell everywhere. So for me,
I think the biggest social experiment, was the triple S's. You know those big Balenciaga boots?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Wait,
when
hold
they
on,
first
hold
came
on.
out, everyone was like, what?
I love the fact that the guy just said that, and I'm literally wearing one of these on my feet right now, like next
Yes,
to him.
let's get
This is
this
so
started.
controversial.
But-
I swear, we're
to the good
literally
stuff.
into it right now.
That's right.
Yeah, but when you do think about it, like over the last few years in particular, you can see a lot of these luxury brands have also started coming into the sneaker game, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just like Balenciaga or Gucci. Like you could obviously, let's take Dior. They've been taking over the market. Louis Vuittons, like forget like the Nike collabs, like your regular LVs as well. You can see a lot of people getting into that trend nowadays as well.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, they started selling out as well recently.
Yeah, exactly.
All the
So,
nice
like-
colors and the new silhouettes.
exactly, in
and
the
stuff,
market, and you can see how the market's like fluctuating a lot towards these products as well. So it's, but yeah, like when you look at it like from the standpoint of a traditional sneakerhead, it kind of defeats the purpose because it takes away from what the game is all about, I guess.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, I kind of appreciate like quality, and also there's like a good story to it, but I feel like every time I walk into one of these like shops like Balenciaga and I'm looking at these shoes, I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. Like they don't even look good. Like at least make them look good, you know?
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about like overpaying for them. But like you know, and Balenciaga is Spanish, by the way. I'm Spanish, so like we're supposed to support each other, but like, you know,
but not on this.
Yeah, but that's not it, man. That's
But it's crazy because Balenciaga just came out with like a collab with Adidas, which is like basically a designer brand with just like a very world famous, just basic sneaker brand.
However, that
you know?
collab happened should
I know,
not have
like,
happened.
and
It was
more and more collabs
horrible.
like these ones happen nowadays, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but it's again, like I said, it's, you know, you've been seeing a lot of the same things happening as well.
Yeah.
Like, so Gucci had the collab with Adidas as well very recently, the battles, right? And of course, like I think the best one, the one that started all of it was probably the Air Jordan Dior's.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like since then you could see the trends are like shifting into that as well. You're seeing a lot of these brands coming into it, but I guess, it's helping both worlds, I guess.
And what did you guys think about, let's say, the Dior one, the collab one with the Dior and Jordan?
The Dior and Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
overhyped, overrated for you, or was it like?
I would say. Oh, that's hard to say. It's probably going to get
What
me.
are your opinions, guys, about
Yeah,
that?
probably going to get me in trouble with that one. But it's overrated as a shoe in itself because there's nothing particularly special with it.
Okay.
But it is a Dior collab and there are those elements and the quality is absolutely incredible as well. So in certain elements, it's right up there.
Yeah.
In certain elements, a little bit overrated for me.
Do you think it's overrated just because Dior put their name on it?
Yeah, because I think it kind of stood true to like being a classic, but it could have done a bit more probably.
All right. Fair
Yeah, I
enough.
agree. I think the price is a bit not overrated. I mean, overpriced, but that's
Yeah.
probably because it was a collab between a designer brand. They made the
Exactly.
retail so high.
Yeah.
And like, I think it does deserve to be up there. It definitely is up there. But in terms of the price and what it's going for and stuff, it's like, it would need to have a bit more, something special. Not
Yeah,
just
it
Dior
needed to
logo
have
and
an
Nike
oomph.
stuff.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. No, if it looks cool, like it looks cool, right? And I guess some collaborations you would get a little bit excited about. Like if you happen to like both brands and they like do a collab, then you're probably like the ideal target audience for that, right? But like at the same time, there's a lot of them that they don't look that great.
Yeah.
And they just throw a price tag on them, blow
Literally.
it up. But some of them do look good, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
What
know?
about the car industry? Is there like any like
Oh, man.
overhyped or overrated
Yeah.
collab or car, whatever?
Let me Sergi's the
out
expert
there?
for that
Yes,
one, so.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
What is your opinion about that?
yeah, so I have like an invisible political gun to my head a little bit. You know? Like,
Not at all.
no,
Just-
but like, I think especially in Dubai, the G-Wagon is just so overcooked, man. It's like,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
It's
like
everywhere.
A little bit.
It's just too much now. Like, it doesn't really feel that special anymore. And when you drive it, it's like, it's very military.
Yeah.
Kind of like, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's like supposed to be like kind of a comfortable
Yeah,
ride, but
because you
it's
got like
not.
the
It's like,
Mercedes.
Have you ever gone
comfort in it.
over a hump in a G-Wagon?
One time, it was not fun.
yeah. It's like, you're doing like an arm workout when you drive it, right?
Yeah.
The style is cool, but like it's just been so overdone, especially in Dubai. It just kind of doesn't feel that special anymore. And especially when you start like throwing in like Brabus into the mix and stuff, right? It's like supposed to be like an awesome upgrade.
Yeah.
But everyone has a Brabus. Like of course, Brabus loves it, right? But like at the same time, like for us,
you
it doesn't
always see
feel.
it. I
Yeah.
think the
Yeah.
6x6 G-Wagon, you
Yeah.
have like the Maybach G-Wagon. If you see those, like, okay,
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
I rate this.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
you see G-Wagons, every 5 cars you see in Dubai will be a G-Wagon.
Yeah, yeah,
A G-Wagon or a
Euros.
Land Cruiser
Yeah.
or one
yeah.
of these cars. Oh my
Euros,
God.
man, sorry,
yeah.
euros as well. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I never
there's a
seen
lot of
as
euros.
much
Yeah.
euros in my life than here in the
Yeah.
city. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think like Dubai in itself, like when you look at the city or this country in general as well, like there's such a big sort of base for supercars
Yeah,
around
I
as
know.
well, right?
That's very true. Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of important to be a little bit unique. If you're obsessed with that car, then go ahead and get it. But you should try to like do things a little bit your way. I feel
Yeah.
like Dubai sometimes has a bit of a kind of a copy paste kind of like mentality. Like I like this car, so I'm gonna buy exactly this
Yeah.
car. So I personally prefer you
Add
know,
your
cars
little
that are a
touch.
bit more. I mean, don't go over the top. Did you guys see Chief Keef's Lamborghini Urus
Yeah.
Scooby Doo edition? Okay, that's a little bit too much.
Way over the
But-
top. I would
But
never
it's
be
different.
in that.
Damn,
But
that
it's
was-
different.
Oh, but yeah, like
That-
come on, like that's good.
I know you would.
Yeah,
I know you would. You would. Just
Come
like,
on,
give me
man.
that straight away.
Yeah, I don't ever think I would get one like that for myself. You know, if I ever had that kind of money. But like to be fair, if I had one, that would be
Something.
Dude,
that would be
Mark
something.
would definitely do something weird with his car. He would definitely add some cartoon.
Hey,
vibe or
you see
something.
my car? It's classic. It's simple, man.
It's, yeah, it's just like having like a SpongeBob SquarePants Ferrari. You know, it's like kind of just really. I don't
Also,
know.
to
It's
be
like
fair-
a
There are
message.
some weird cars
Yeah.
out there.
Also, to be
Yeah.
fair, I wouldn't write that off.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. So we were talking about like brands, designers, but sometimes just a person, celebrity, will just do a collab and then boom,
Boom, Travis Scott.
boom, skyrocket.
Straight.
Yeah, I don't-
Every single shoe he has dropped has gone up in value. And even if you take his cars, for example, since we're talking about cars, he has a Lambo, he has a G-Wagon,
Oh, man.
all in brown in the exact same color that had released the shoes. I don't think it has a direct link, but
Yeah.
I think somewhat it does increase the value or at least maintain the value of just the
It's
brown.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like just thinking about the fact that just one person will make this item go either viral or just
Yeah.
overpriced.
But those cars are pretty. I don't know, man. I'm not into
not
them
feeling
either.
them.
I'm not trying to bash like every single thing that comes up on this podcast. But like you know, the Travis Scott cars are like white rims are pretty.
To be honest,
I
I
don't know,
love
man.
it.
It's a head scratcher. Like I saw the before and after, and I was like, I don't know, man. I kind of liked it more before. But the shoes
I
are
don't know.
great. I love
Yeah,
the
the
shoes.
shoes are-
I love the shoes. The cars, a little bit whack.
I mess with it. I think brown. I love brown myself. I think brown and white. It was weird when I first saw it. Like the brown, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
But then the white wheels, I was like, But then when I saw it like 2, 3, 4 times, like, okay, you know what? I can ride around in
see.
this.
Okay,
And I was
okay.
like, okay, I'll take it.
It's bold, man.
Yeah.
White rims.
I mean, I guess it grows on some people, right? But like, you know, like even with the G-Wagon in particular, though, because, you know, like it kind of like tied into the hype with the shoe release as well, like quite recently with the olive release in particular.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like the G-Wagon in itself, even if not the specific colorway, kind of like worked itself into the hype as well, especially in the region. So that was something cool as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you ask me though, it's not a collab, but I think like one of the originals was like the Jordan 14, like brought both a shoe and a car together.
I knew he was going to bring up the Jordan 14s.
I have to. It's
They
one
are-
of my like as far as story goes, as one of my favorite silhouettes.
Okay.
You don't hate the guy, hate the player. Wait, hate the game. Sorry.
He said it.
Yeah, like
He
don't
said
hate me,
it.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Jordan 6s and Jordan 4s.
All right, thank you.
What's going on?
Yes.
What is
Okay, there you
going
go.
on?
I'm a Jordan 6
Okay,
person.
Thank you. Thank you. Like, yeah, you.
He will
yeah,
get your number after
You don't
this.
like
Yeah,
Jordan, you don't like
probably.
Jordan 6s?
dude.
I don't really. Okay, like, see, the only Jordan 6 I can say is, to be honest, it's not even that nice, but I would have is the Travis's.
Yeah, those are
Hate
pretty
that.
nice.
Just because of the hype. I'm sorry, but just because of the hype. Even
Yeah,
at,
pretty
at the end
cool.
of the day, I think
Well,
it's
at least
like.
you
Nah,
admit
nah.
it.
They got the
you know?
little pouch.
I'll go with like
Yeah.
a Jordan 4, Jordan 3, a Jordan 1.
Mm.
It is the mainstream ones, but I think it's mainstream for a reason, you know, and it's like, that's the only ones I would go for. Jordan
Yeah.
6 and 14 off my
Nah, like,
table.
no, but that's the thing. Like the sixes are my favorite silhouette. Like, well, you know that already. But like more than the hype itself, like the shoe in itself was, again, think about like the story behind the shoe as well. First championship ring as well. The silhouette is bold. It's, you know, it's sleek as well. But it's a little bit unique in a way, right? It kind of like appeals to that. Like I want something that no one else has, right? So like the sixes appeal to me in that regard. But sevens, nope.
So you're all about the story.
Yeah,
The story,
definitely.
I see,
Exactly.
I see. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you want to talk about like hype and stuff, like hyping up a brand.
Yeah.
How about Mr. Bean with Minnie?
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean, bro, with that little Mini.
That is-
Back in
That
the
is,
day,
yeah,
man,
he did do that.
The Mini was
Oh,
already
my
sick
God.
back in the day, but like dude, when I saw Mr. Bean driving that little Mini, I was like, yo, that's a pretty cool.
I
good car.
didn't even think about it until
Yeah.
just now. Like
Yeah, you know?
it never even struck
That
me.
is very true.
Like shoes wise, probably not. He had like the Amish Force ones, you know. He had like those.
I would say,
those
I would actually say Mr.
low
Bean must have
tuck.
been the most influential person when it comes to cars.
You think
Because
so?
I don't think there's been anyone that's been He was literally the car.
That car was his
Yeah.
personality, man.
Kinda, yeah.
That car was the personality.
That is very
Yeah,
true.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
He even had he had like a black hood, I think, green paint job.
Yeah. Buzz.
Yeah, without the car, Mr. Bean would have just been Bean.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, what is this?
yeah, man. It's
Oh
a
man, like
key piece of the puzzle.
Oh man, that's was super weird. I never even thought about that. It never even struck me.
thought
Like,
about it. I was like,
I don't know. Maybe he was low key sponsored by Mini.
Mini sponsor
Like
us.
low key.
Yeah.
When it comes to both industry, you know that there's this big thing about secondhand resale value and everything. What are your opinions about that? Like, you know, like a lot of people, especially in the sneakers industry, they're gonna collect stuff and resell them. Is it a legit thing for you?
Is it what?
Legit thing.
Move. I mean, there's sort of a mixed opinion, I guess.
Yeah.
I think coming from my particular background, because I was a Nike before,
Okay.
and now I'm on the opposing team, right? But so probably gonna get a bit of hate for that. But
It's fine.
yeah, it's okay.
That'll be
we
our
we
secret.
did this. Just go
Yeah.
with the flow. But like with the entire thing, you got to think of it this way. For proper collectors, I hate that the whole resale industry kind of kills the chances for someone to get something at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know
That's
these are the
so
guys.
true.
Yeah, these are the guys that have they're waiting all night
Yeah.
to try and cop a pair, and everything is special about the
know.
shoe for them.
Yeah.
And so in that regard, like the resale industry kind of like affects like proper sneakerheads. But when you look at the industry in itself, I don't think like the sneaker industry would have as much clout if it wasn't for like resellers kind of like putting some hype on the name. So the entire point of all of this is supply and demand, right?
Yeah.
So the resellers kind of like
Yeah.
help in that facet. Like they help the main brands in itself, but they also help in building that hype that you are not going to be able to get it as easily as you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
that's
some
very true.
shoes and cars should not be even close to worth what they are. And I want to say one shoe in specific, Sean Wotherspoon's. Those shoes, guys, I have no idea how they're worth, how much ever they are worth. They are horrendous. Okay, it has a good story. I can understand that there's a very select people that would want the shoe, but like overall, it's like, ugh. I'd never be walking around in the shoes like them.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of these guys that just do it for the money, they do ruin it for everybody else, and it kind of sucks. But yeah, like some people do it by accident. So I actually met this guy that he bought a LaFerrari, and he paid about 6 million dirhams, which is what, like $1.5 million US.
Yeah.
He liked the car so much that he never used it. He just kept it in his garage.
Did he sell it?
So
Or he
3 years
kept it?
later,
Okay.
he got an offer for double that, so $3 million.
Jeez.
And he just wanted to have the car in his garage,
Yeah.
right? Because it was cool. He wasn't planning on making money because, of course, if you can buy a LaFerrari, you're probably
Yeah.
doing okay with
Yeah,
money, right?
probably.
Yeah.
So, but the crazy
This is
thing is,
fine.
like, yeah, he was like, yeah, I'll buy the car, keep it in his garage. He gets to see it, and then he preserved this LaFerrari by accident and sold it for double the price.
And the
So,
value just increased.
made
Yeah.
easy $1.5 million.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I wish we could do that with sneakers.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's like similar, but not at the same time because
Yeah.
it's like you can like if you want to buy like a secondhand like supercar or something, like the market is so small to afford like a $1
That is
million
very true,
car.
yeah.
Right.
Where like with
Definitely.
sneakers, like what are Air Mags at right now? Like what do they cost? Like
They're a lot.
$180,000? Is that?
I think that was a 2011 release. They were something around that price.
So now they're higher or lower?
They've been around the same. Like, I think the last time I checked, it was around like 82, 85.
Okay.
Like for the
Yeah.
lowest price size.
Yeah.
So
and that's like the highest, right? From what I understand.
yeah, I think that was.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back and forth, right?
Yeah.
But for someone like that, like, who's collected, like you kind of got it for himself and just wound up selling it. That's all like a niche market. But there are people in the sneaker industry who do that as well. Like if you go to like sneaker cons and stuff, you will have people who have like proper 1985 Jordans, like just in a bag, like just
Definitely,
preserved,
yeah.
and they're just like, and they're worth so much.
Yeah.
Worth so much.
But it's still probably more
Yeah, exactly,
accessible than
and-
like a
but-
crazy supercar.
exactly,
Like,
and-
like maybe like most crazy shoes will go for like a couple $1,000s,
Exactly.
But
which is
cars.
still like
nowhere
Yeah.
near the.
yeah,
Very
Nowhere near the car.
big
Yeah.
gap.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different market, but same kind of format, I guess.
Yes, similar strategy, but way different levels.
Well, I have a little game for you to end this podcast. Okay, so we're gonna play underrated, overrated.
All right.
So I'm gonna tell you a few cars and a few pairs of sneakers, and you guys gonna give me your opinion. Let's start with Nike Back to the Future.
Oh.
The mags.
The mags,
Yeah.
right?
We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Who wants to go
Sergi,
first?
I think you should
Come
start
on.
this
Look,
off.
as a again, you guys are like the experts, right? As a base consumer, like someone that likes sneakers but isn't like head first deep, into the market. Like for me, they are a little bit overrated. It's absurdly expensive.
Yeah.
They look great, by the way, and I love the movie. Movie was awesome.
Would you wear them?
If I knew what they were worth, probably not. It's like you're almost scared to walk around with them,
Yeah.
right? Like you just walk around. Even a leaf falls on your shoe and like it depreciates by like
You would need a
20%.
bodyguard walking.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
you'd have to get
Yeah.
wear the shoes and have someone carry me around.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like almost stressful to
Yeah.
experience the
Yeah,
shoe.
I got you.
So if it was a shoe that was like maybe $5,000, I would totally think it's worth it because of how crazy they look and how limited they are.
Yeah.
But being at
With the hype
like
around, maybe
yeah, like
not.
they cost as much as a new car.
Yeah.
By the way, a good car. Yeah, for me it's overrated. Even though I love the sneakers, by the way. I
Right.
love them.
What about your opinions, guys?
I think I've been in sneakers for around 7 years. I think they're the most overrated sneakers ever. Ever.
Okay, all right.
I think okay, like the hype around it is pretty cool and stuff, self-tying and whatnot. But 100K for those, you can buy a crazy collection with that money. And that's what my opinion would be.
So what's your final offer? You got
For
them on the
those, what I would pay for those?
Yeah, you got them
I
on the
would
table.
pay.
That's right.
I would not
Clock
go
is
over
ticking.
On, yeah.
I would not go over $200.
Not go over 200.
Wow.
Damn.
What a drop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez,
He's
man.
gonna turn some heads with that one. No, for
fair
me,
enough.
like
One second. So can we just
Go.
rewind? If you had them on the table for $300, you're not buying them?
$200?
Yeah.
I'd consider it.
nah, dude, that's not
No,
right.
no.
man.
Like, what I mean by $200 is, say they didn't have the $100,000
Okay,
value
okay.
now. Say
Yeah.
it was just a shoe.
Right.
Okay.
And okay, the history is still there, Back to the Future and whatnot.
Yeah.
But without the current value of it, 100,000. Obviously, if someone gave it to me for half the price, I would be buying it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, in terms of the shoe itself and stuff like that, I wouldn't pay more than like $200
Right.
for them, just because I'll save 5 seconds a day on tying my shoes.
What about you,
No,
Bharat?
That's an investment.
I mean, fair point. Like, I get what you guys are saying. For me, I think like I look at it from like the storyline and what it meant in the sneaker world, or like what it meant in like shoe technology terms. Right? You're looking at a movie that was like from the 1980s, predicting something 30 years into the future.
Yeah.
So like
It
you know
means
like
something.
And so the Air Max they released in 2011, that was just a silhouette that was just
Yeah.
a shoe, but it was still like you had to lace them yourselves. But the entire concept was about self-lacing, which they actually did in 2015.
Yeah.
And now, how crazy is that? Like Nike went out of their way for a shoe that just someone in a movie just randomly named, brought it and made it a thing, for the year that they wanted,
I
that they
know.
mentioned in the movie
mad.
30 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
so like
Pretty
that's a
crazy.
pretty crazy story. Like, I don't know if I wouldn't pay that much for them because I'd have to be realistic. But as a shoe, that'd be bomb to have in my collection.
Okay.
By the way, speaking of Nike, I found out where the name comes from like literally last week playing Assassin's
Even
Creed.
I don't know where the name comes from.
Oh my god.
Nike, the
Nika.
goddess of victory, back in ancient Greece. Dude, I was just randomly
Goddess of
playing.
victory.
Yeah, goddess of victory. I was just randomly playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey in ancient Greece, and then they just started screaming like Nike. I'm like, dude, that's Nike. And I Googled it, I'm like, okay, that's where it comes from.
No, that's exactly how it came about. Like, that is the name, Nika. The actual Greek one is Nika.
And she had like wings and stuff, so it's like the swoosh, turn it around, little wing.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Yeah,
Nike.
I had no idea.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that. Nike's a chicken wing.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm so
Ex-Nike.
sorry. I
You're
don't
good.
want to ruin the moment right now, but we're running out of the time. So let's just keep it to underrated or overrated, okay? I'm just gonna
Went off on a tangent.
tell them.
I forgot we were still playing the game.
Yeah. I knew that this gonna be
We
long.
were still on the first shoe.
Now we're gonna go to cars. Bugatti Chiron.
Oh, so I know the designer, Frank. He's very talented, and I think that he's made a beautiful car.
Okay.
I think it is properly rated,
Okay.
if that's an option. I think he made an absolutely absurd car that is so much fun to drive. I actually got to drive the Chiron Super Sport around the track in Dubai, and it blew my mind. I made myself dizzy driving it around the
Wow.
track. Like just the amount of G's when you're driving that fast, and the amount of traction it has. So yeah, from a user point of view, I think it's an amazing car. So yeah, I respect it.
Fair enough. What about you?
I would say the same. I would say just because it's such a big car,
Yeah.
big brand, probably one of the most expensive ones and
Yeah.
the biggest name in terms of luxury. I would say it's exactly where it's at. If I would say overrated or underrated, I would have to go with underrated.
Okay. Underrated for you, Ibrahim. What about you, Ibrahim?
I don't know. I think maybe I'm just not like as big into cars the same way I'm into
Yeah.
sneakers.
Because you need to find the story. You need
Yeah,
to get to the
just
story.
the-
of the
Exactly. You
Chiron.
gotta get
The
into the story.
background.
That's
yeah.
right.
But as far as Bugatti as a brand in itself goes, it's like what Ibrahim said as well. Like it's a crazy good brand. They're known for, they built quite the reputation as well. So in that regard, I think the car is pretty well rated. I can't really speak from experience the way Sergi
Yeah.
can, but I would say it's on point.
And they're French, so you have to like it.
Yeah, exactly.
What is my opinion?
Clarifying
about
she's
it?
French, by the way.
Yeah, I am French, very French. I'll probably say, I don't know, man.
Just say oui.
Oui.
That works.
That will be my
That works.
answer.
It's great.
Okay, next one. Okay, the next one, I know you two are going to be a bit excited about it. So just try to hold yourself, but
No promises.
don't panda.
Nah, I don't need to say. I don't need to say more.
Okay.
Fight to the death.
Just let's stick it to underrated, overrated. Khalas. Okay.
Okay, I'll say it in one sentence. It
Alright.
could have been a lot better
Okay.
if they didn't keep releasing it over and over and over
Okay.
again. In that regard, overrated.
All right.
Do I have to say something?
I mean,
I would
the
say
audience
so
need to.
overrated.
Okay.
Everyone that steps out of the house, like imagine going to the mall wearing a panda and everyone else is wearing a panda.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
What?
Oh, that just ruins it.
Oh my god.
I don't have enough experience to have a valid opinion, but they look cool. So
Okay. All right. I think they're literally and totally
It's a good
overrated.
colorway. Good
Not the
colorway.
overrated. That would be for my opinion. G-Wagon. Do we have to go back on
overrated.
this? Do we have to go
Overrated.
back this?
I don't know. I think
Farah, just
Dubai.
say overrated.
No. I think Dubai just makes it.
Yeah.
Dubai just kind of kills the vibe. If you go somewhere else, you would still be excited.
Yeah.
You would still be more excited.
Not
I think
gonna
it's
lie,
just
it's
the
still
Dubai
my
with
effect.
favorite car. Like I
Yeah.
love this car. It's still my favorite car.
Yeah, like,
so like
except when you go over a bump. But still.
Yeah.
But I think it's a Dubai effect when it comes to that. So I think it's pretty cool.
yeah. Air Max 95.
Oh my god.
Underrated, severely underrated.
Nah. Oh no.
I'm a story guy.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Underrated shoe.
Horrible. Overrated.
Nah.
In my
They should not even
opinion,
have a
just
rating.
reminds me of childhood. It's just like I don't know. It's just a sneakers that is just from the past and should be stuck
Left in the past.
Yes, stuck in the past.
Yeah. I don't like them, to be
Yeah.
honest. I like if I would get the Air Max 90s.
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm getting an Air Max, I'm getting the 90s.
Okay.
And I don't like the 95s, to be honest. I've considered it. I've seen them in the stores. Never even thought about getting them.
No, but like they had some really nice collabs. Like the Freddy Kruegers were there. Like
I
they
think
did some
that's
pretty
so
nice
cool.
stuff.
I disagree.
They did some pretty nice stuff for the 95s actually. Like the dome back and 95s were pretty cool as well. Like there are some good silhouettes. I know that shoe's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But for me, as like a sneaker enthusiast or a story enthusiast, that thing is banger, man.
Touches his heart.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Fully touches him.
They gotta live for the game, man.
All right. Tesla. Tesla
Man,
cars.
you cannot count Elon out. You know, Elon, I think he just makes things accelerate, you know, and he just pushes things forward. So he was doing Tesla like so far before anyone was really taking electric cars seriously. And now everyone is desperately trying to release all these electric cars. So I have to say, as widespread and mainstream as Tesla is, I'm still going to go with underrated because I believe that he will do even more innovative technology in the future. He's making a robot right now, so let's see what happens.
I know.
So I think you can't bet against Elon.
When you put it like that, I agree. Like you can hate the guy, but the guy's done good. He's done well for himself.
I think it's become I think Teslas have become a commodity in some way for people with for the middle class, high class people. I think it's like a must have. Even in Dubai, it's like you'd see taxis driving it, Ubers and stuff. But I think to be honest, I'd say also that it's a bit underrated, if not just exactly where it needs to be, because it's become so mainstream, just like the Pandas.
Yeah,
Dude, in Norway, it's like every other car is a Tesla. I think it's because you get like some sort of tax benefit if you own an electric car, and everyone goes for Teslas. Like I was in Norway, I was like,
in
bro,
Europe, actually,
it feels like the Gigafactory is here, somewhere hidden in the mountains. It's just like everyone has a Tesla. It was crazy.
I love how simple it is, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
Yeah,
Very simple.
they keep it classic. So.
Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me today for this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it and had fun. I know you still have a lot of things to
I
say.
have so
but
much to say.
yeah.
I know he's waiting to burn.
Unfortunately, we don't have
waiting to
time
burn.
anymore.
We can start episode 2 right now.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as the camera closes, it's going to keep the podcast going.
That's right.
Well,
We did the bit off camera.
Thank you guys for joining me, and follow Mad Kicks on Instagram and like all of our videos.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, guys. It was awesome.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and comments below.